I think it's important as you become your own pain investigator to start journaling maybe and writing down, when did this pain start? Because you might be going to an acupuncturist, but you haven't connected the dots. Yes, it's my right shoulder, but maybe at that point you haven't realized you're holding on to anger and fear, and you need to forgive yourself, and you need to forgive the person who hurt you, or you need to live your truth and realize this relationship doesn't work for me anymore. And some people end up in hospital, but we hopefully with talking about your emotions and your physical pain and connecting the dots is very important. Mm-hmm. So timing, knowing your family history, because really when you dig deeper, you decode and you release that pain, whatever it is, fear, anger, grief, whatever you've been holding on to. And sometimes you become a parent and realize, whoa, how did my parents do this? Oh my God, I've spent like 10 years being angry, not speaking to my dad. And now I've become a parent and realized this is not easy. And now my body's talking to me. Mm-hmm. But it's that space. So I feel if you can connect the dots and listen to your body, so not ignore these signals, mm-hmm. the symptoms, ask your acupuncturist, your osteopath to send you to a therapist, a psychoanalyst who's going to map it out for you, who's going to be able to help you release it. You can't hold on to the anger. It's going to build up. You can't hold on to the grief. You'll keep falling. You'll keep hurting yourself.
Yeah. I know people are going to be listening going, and I try everything. I kind of like go where the breadcrumbs are, and they led me to you. And I was like, oh my gosh, we've worked together for years, and sometimes you try someone and they're not helpful in your investigative journey, and sometimes it takes a few people to figure it out, you know what I mean? And I know that you're a big manifester and someone who believes in belief and prayer and asking for what you want and need, because I want to encourage people that healing is a journey, and sometimes you have to go to the wrong place to get to the right place, and it's not a straight line often, is what I'm trying to say. So the investigation, it's like a lifelong investigation, right? There's plenty of layers to continue peeling.
Yes, and shedding. And doing the work is hard.
Yeah.
Because it's easy to just keep going.
Right.
And ignoring your pain, but it's going to keep coming back until you deal with the truth, and until you voice your truth. Your body will still, that unconscious is going to try and bring it up to the surface.
Yeah.
So some people will get neck and jaw pain and start clenching their jaw, and some people will not be able to sleep at night. And some people trip and they fall and they're like, wait, do I feel comfortable in my home? Is this relationship serving me? Is this person lifting me up? Or they're pulling me down and my body feels uncomfortable. Mm-hmm. And it's the autonomic nervous system. We have our sympathetic nervous system and our parasympathetic nervous system. So for how long are you going to be able to go into that? We need that fight and flight and freeze. But we have to take a step back and respect how we feel, talk about our feelings, talk about our thoughts, talk about having these rituals of resilience to get out of the pain.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Pain is a good thing because it's there to remind you that something's not right. Something needs to change. Until we make the decision to change, nothing's going to work.
Yeah. And have you seen someone that's like been in pain for so many years and you've helped them unlock like the emotional root? Like, I just feel like a lot of,
Yeah, a lot of anxiety, a lot of stored pain. So, because some people might talk to a therapist and have done the psychoanalysis, but they haven't done the work on their body. But they might one day go to an integrative health and wellness expert who's going to say, well, this pain on your right side, is connected to all this liver energy, for example. You're feeding your emotions, you're drinking, you're not there for your kids, you're not present, so you're not mindful of what's been going in your life. But we need a team of experts, and we need to reach out for help. Mm-hmm. And if your primary care physician can help you, go to a psychoanalyst or a psychologist and not be ashamed to talk about your pain. Or if you could get somebody to help you through osteopathy, through acupuncture, cupping, but connect the dots, because somebody needs to explain to you that this pain is stored and there's a memory in your body. I had an interesting case in London where this beautiful girl calls me and she's like, I want to give birth next week. And I was like, okay. I worked at the birth company with an amazing OBGYN. And I was like, okay, let's see if your body's ready, No, I want to give birth on the 1st of December. Powerful, manifesting. This is my first son. And Dr. Gibbs was like, okay, let's go to her house. Let's do a treatment, check her out. And the fascinating thing is, we checked the alignment of her spine. He listened to the baby. And her husband walked in and he's like, I don't believe in all this cupping and realigning the spine and osteopathy and da-da-da-da-da. And I found a scar on her left side of her hip. And I started putting my hands on the scar. And she said, whoa. She started crying and she started feeling warm and safe. And she started telling us about her benign tumor that she had from a very young age. And she lost her mother. And that was the moment where her water started breaking. And she felt safe. And she was able to, her husband nearly missed the birth. We had to rush her to the hospital. But what I'm saying is, everybody's pain is different. Mm-hmm. So the pain in your neck could lead you to the fact that you're low in vitamin D, your thyroid has an issue, but actually you're not voicing your truth. Mm-hmm. That area, that part of your chakra, that part of your body is holding you back. Mm-hmm. And now the combination of the thyroid, the low vitamin D, feeling you trust your doctor to say, I'm actually unhappy in my marriage and my body's not feeling great. And I need to live my truth for me and my kids, and I need to empower myself because I know everything's going to be okay.
Thank you for listening to the Heal with Kelly podcast. Be sure to tune in every Thursday for more empowering wisdom and inspiring healing stories. And make sure you hit the follow button on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts so you don't miss that one episode that holds the answer you've been searching for. Oh, and if you found this episode inspiring, please rate, review, and share Heal with Kelly so that we can grow our audience and reach more people. We truly appreciate it. Lots of love.